The AP poll, it's always wrong. The coaches poll is worthless. That's why we present the real Big Ten football power rankings every single week, 1 through 18. Where's your team on the list? Let's take a look. Locked On Big Ten starts right now.
You are Locked On Big Ten, your daily podcast on the Big Ten Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Big Ten. I'm Craig Sheeman, 40 years as a sports talk show host and play-by-play announcer, and I want to thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hey, while you're here, hit that free subscribe button down below. That way you'll never miss a single episode. We'll be in the Big Ten Club together, and if you could share, follow, and like, that would be great as well. And do you know you can hype YouTube videos? That'd be muchly appreciated. All right. Separation, I think, for the top three in the Big Ten, and then everybody else fighting. We'll tell you who the biggest movers are, plus a quick peek ahead at week 6 coming up. But I'm going to put this on screen. If you're on audio on Spotify or Apple, no big deal. I'll keep you posted here, and it's just a list that we'll take a look at on screen. We'll start it off with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Look, they're number one team in the country, top team in the Big Ten. And nothing's changing for me there when I look at that football team. We did another podcast on Locked On Big Ten this week. In fact, today, if you want to check it out, just on Matt Patricia's elite defense and how it's even better than the defense that Jim Knowles had back in the day, averaging 5.5 points given up per game. They went into Washington, a team that was the number one scoring team in the country, and they held them to no touchdowns, just a couple of field goals. Easy breezy day at the ballpark, if you will. They host Minnesota Saturday night, and I think the Gophers are going to be in for a little bit of trouble. All right, I got Oregon and Dante Moore squarely at number 2. I could make an argument that they're tied for number 1, along with Ohio State. Don't forget, Dylan Thieneman, I said, was the best transfer portal pickup in the country, at least in the Big Ten. Said it all summer long. Coming in from Purdue, he gets the game-winning interception against Penn State in double overtime. Oregon is on a bye this week. They've got the top 10 Indiana Hoosiers coming up next. And look who I have at number 3, the Indiana Hoosiers. That's right. In the last couple of weeks, they had the 63-10 win over ninth ranked Illinois. Fernando Mendoza has been on the Heisman watch, and he led his team into Kinnick Stadium in Iowa. And admittedly, it was a grinder, but they found a way to win. And look, going to Iowa can make you play their style of game, grinding it, defense, not a lot of offense. That's exactly what happened. That game was tied at 13 late. Indiana pulls out the win. They stay undefeated. They stay at number 3 in the poll. Now, I say separation with the top 3. That would insinuate a little bit of drop-off with Penn State at number 4. They are squarely in the number 4 spot. And let's admit it, they lost to an awesome Oregon team, and it took double overtime to get it. So they went toe-to-toe with them. I'm not going to punish them that much. I'm not going to drop them out of the top 4. I still think they're in the top 4 in the Big Ten, and we're going to leave them right there. And a lot of talk this week about Drew Aller. We talk about the James Franklin can't win a big game. Drew Aller 0-6 against top 6 teams as well. But we got them there at number 4. Can they get any higher? Don't forget, they got Ohio State and Indiana on their schedule later on. Washington, I know they lost. They didn't score any touchdowns against Ohio State. I'm not going to punish them too badly for losing to the number 1 team in the country. I like Washington where they're at number 5. I kept them there 2 weeks in a row. I did move Michigan up 1 on a bye week. You say, well, they didn't play. Right. They're coming off the win against Nebraska. Bye week, and they got Wisconsin coming up. I only moved them up 1 because I moved a few other people down below them. So they're sitting at number 6. I'm comfortable with them there. At number 7, the Fighting Illini. Biggest drop the previous week. They dropped 11 spaces. This week, the biggest mover up. We got to find a place for Illinois and see where they really go. They're at 7 this week, but we got 4 spaces. Nice bounce back after the 63-10 loss at Indiana. Had a nice comfortable lead against USC, but not too comfortable because they blew the lead actually with 1:55 to go, only to get it back with a field goal at the horn. I think that's got to count for something. USC, of course, is a ranked team. I got Illinois sitting at number 7. Got USC. I got to put them at number 8. I can't put them ahead of Illinois. If Illinois 7 and they just beat USC on a last-second field goal, I got to have USC sitting at number 8. They dropped down 2 spaces in our poll, and I'm still concerned about Dan Tomlin's defense that gave up 500 yards against Illinois this week. They're on a bye. Maybe they could figure that out. At number 9, we got Maryland. We dropped them 1. Look, last week they beat Wisconsin on the road 4-0. They want to bye. Just again, moving people around. I had to drop them 1. They host Washington. Washington's got to fly all the way across the country to play them. So I maybe give the advantage to Maryland. We'll figure that out at our pigskin picks on Friday. And then at number 10, rounding out the top 10, I got Nebraska. Just dropped them 1 place because I was moving other people around. They didn't play. They still have to overcome either beating ranked teams or these 1-score games and winning them. They take on Michigan State, 4 o'clock FS1. We're going to be going live at the end of that game here on Locked On Big Ten. So hopefully you'll be able to join us there. Here's the best of the rest. We never like to say the worst or the bottom because we're rooting for all 18 teams here. Iowa at number 11. I dropped them 1. Keep an eye on Mark Gronowski's health. He hurt his knee in the Indiana game. They played a pretty good Hoosiers team. Pretty scrappy effort. Don't want to penalize them too much. They dropped 1. Michigan State sitting at number 12, coming off a bye. That Nebraska game I mentioned at 4 o'clock Eastern, that's a measuring stick game for both of those teams. Who's better than who? They're kind of in the same tier of the Big Ten right now. If you want to group the tier, I would put Nebraska toward the top of that second tier. I put Michigan State in the middle. We'll see how this game plays out. I've got Minnesota at number 13 and Rutgers 14. I flipped them because Minnesota beat Rutgers by 3. Same thing as the Illinois USC thing. So Drake Lindsey, freshman quarterback, got to rely on him. He had 3 touchdowns last week. Darius Taylor, in fact, the top 2 running backs at Minnesota have been hurt. Rutgers, I just dropped them 1. Purdue, I got them steady at 15 on a bye week. They host Illinois on Saturday. Don't sleep on this game. Last year at Illinois, Purdue, a one-win team, went in there and took Illinois to overtime, 50-49. Weird things can happen. Wisconsin, the wheels are falling off. I got them at 16. Luke Fickell's in trouble. Now he's got to take on Michigan, and it only gets worse from there. Northwestern, they beat UCLA, so I got to keep them ahead of UCLA. So I finished them 17-18. And Northwestern gets Louisiana Monroe this week. Meanwhile, UCLA, who has never led at any time this season, they host Penn State. That looks like trouble as well. Those are our power rankings 1 through 18. We update them each and every week. What do you think? Let me know. Always like to hear from you on that stuff. And you can hit me up in the comments section. If you are new, you can be an everydayer like the rest of us. Hit that free subscribe button down below. That way you'll never miss a single episode. And, of course, follow us wherever you get your podcast. Download us at Apple or Spotify if you'd like the audio only. That way you never miss an episode. And if you could share, follow, and like, that helps us out as well. We have a website called talkbig10.com. That's the number 10. All of our podcasts go there. This one, as soon as we're done, we'll go there. And you will go catch up on yesterday because you missed it. It's there. Plus, there are links for you to buy your favorite Big Ten school merchandise, shirts, T-shirts, hats, all right there. Just in time for Christmas. It's all at talkbig10.com. All right. We're going to talk a little bit more about our Saturday plans as we go live this weekend. I'll have all the details. That will be coming up in just 1 minute as we continue here on Locked On Big Ten. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. They follow what moves them every time they drive. That's what makes Mazda stand out. They go beyond safety and style and performance to deliver a driving experience that feels alive in every single detail, whether it's the safety, whether it's attention to detail like metallic accents or Napa leather. You just feel special behind the wheel of a Mazda. And whether it's a quick drive to the store or a weekend trip, you just love driving in your car. It's the small details in sports that make the big plays. And just like there's more to every player, there's more to a Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved. Hey, serious question. Where's your money? You have a bank app, a credit card app, maybe a 401k at work. pull it all together so you can see it. So you're not leaving any financial opportunities on the table. And you can do that with Monarch Money. You can pull your spouse or your significant other's finances too, all together, so you guys can see the broad, big picture of everything on your laptop or your phone with Monarch Money. Monarch is built for people with busy, busy lives. So you've been putting off getting your finances organized. Monarch is for you. Let them do the heavy lifting and getting everything together. It's very easy to figure out and follow along. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use the code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with the user code LOCKEDONCollege. You have a favorite place to go in your neighborhood? You know, that familiar coffee shop, maybe the butcher shop, maybe they know your name. They're running on Square. Let me tell you about Square. We're brought to you by Square, your favorite neighborhood spots run on Square. Certain businesses that make the neighborhood feel like home. They've been there forever. Whether the local sports bar, the butcher, I said, the coffee shop, all these places, they run on Square. And when neighborhood businesses thrive, the whole neighborhood thrives. So you can help them out by shopping at your favorite local place and spend your money there, help the community grow. And those are the local spots that really make everything feel like home with Square. Square is the proud partner of more than 4 million neighborhood businesses around the world. And you can go to square.com/go/lockdowncollege to learn more. But before you do, go support your favorite neighborhood spot. You'll be happy you did. Square. See ya in the neighborhood. Thanks for checking us out here on Locked On Big Ten. All right, we're here every day, all 18 Big Ten teams, and we talk about their news, analysis of that news, and opinion on that news. We're never afraid to give you our opinion. So we're here every day, usually multiple podcasts every single day, as a matter of fact. And then on Saturdays, we go live. We pick a game to highlight, maybe the biggest game of the weekend. We go live right after it. So I get your immediate reaction on the comment section. You get mine as well. And we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to wait for the end of the Michigan State Nebraska game. That's a 4:00 game. Should be over around 7:30. We're going to go live at 7:15 Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. We're going to get that started. Hopefully that game will end while we're on. And then we're going to try and get done before Ohio State's primetime game against Minnesota on Saturday night. So we're going over the fixed time, and we'll have all of our thoughts and updates on all the other Big Ten games going on from Michigan, Wisconsin at the beginning of the day, all the way to that Ohio State game against Minnesota at the end, and everything else in between. So hopefully we'll see you there live. Book your calendar, mark your calendar for it. We'll see you there. Many ways for you to interact with us at Twitter, at Talk Big Ten, our website, talkbig10.com. Before you go, hit that subscribe button, please. And you can follow this podcast on your favorite podcast app and get the latest episode of Locked On Big Ten as soon as it's available each and every day. Also, want to let you know, for you college football fans out there, that Locked On and Fire TV present the College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll from Locked On Big 12 anchors the show, along with two-time AP Coach of the Year Gary Patterson, and also Jesse Holley, former college star, and all of our Locked On experts coming together, bringing you everything you need to know to get ready for the games this weekend. It's a college football preview that only Locked On could do. So catch the College Football Kickoff every Thursday throughout the season, only on Fire TV. That'll do it for us, and I can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow. Tell your friends about us, because if you're a Big Ten fan, you know other Big Ten people. Let them know we're out here each and every day. For Locked On Big Ten, I'm Craig Sheeman. We'll talk to you tomorrow.